This week's Tech 24 will guide you through the future of driving, and for that we have the help of Vladimir Smekov. Vladimir, thanks for joining us today.
Welcome.
Vlad, around 90% of road accidents are due to human error. What can technology do to help improve these statistics?
Well, let me tell you one thing. The future is very bright. The future is driverless. Well, the engineers cannot fix the humans, but they can take humans out of the equation by having driverless cars. It's a self-driving car. It would have video cameras, sensors which would watch for landmarks and moving objects. It would have a radar to measure the distance to buildings and nearby obstacles. It would have also a LiDAR, a so-called a spinning laser, which would analyze reflected light and will create a three-dimensional interactive map so that the car will be able to find its way around it. The pioneer of this technology is Google. As you might remember, it introduced its Google car in 2009. Last year, they reported that the Google car has driven 500,000 kilometers on the road of California already, yes, without one single accident. It is mind-boggling.
And how exactly will consumers use this type of car?
Well, let me ask you a question. What is your favorite pastime while you're in the traffic?
While I'm in the traffic...
Or not even in the traffic. What is your favorite pastime
My
altogether?
favorite pastime, I love reading. I'm a big fan of books, yeah.
Well, let me tell you, if you have a 50-minute drive from point A to point B, you will be able to spend 50 minutes reading and also sharing, obviously, on your social networks the stuff you're reading and talk to your mom on the phone, because you will not have to drive, in fact, and you will do that safely. There will be no accidents, no traffic accidents.
So, and what about some other of the? I mean, we can enjoy our times in the car and not exactly pay attention in the road. But what are some other advantages of this type of car?
There are lots of advantages to driverless car. Well, at least according to the engineers who are trying to introduce it to the market. On top of 100% human safety. No more accidents. There will be time saving, so you'll be more productive, or you'll have more time for leisure, like, for example, reading. The cars will be much more energy efficient because it's the humans which make cars consume more energy because we don't drive efficiently. There will be no more traffic jams. The cars will know how to go by themselves, and they will organize themselves in organized formations, and will need fewer roads. So you will not need to expand roads anymore, despite the increase in populations in the cities.
And Google Car is not the only model available, is it?
No, of course not. Do you remember this huge effect that Steve Jobs made on the market when he introduced for the first time the tablet? So when Google Car announced in 2009 that they unveiled their car, everybody rushed in. It's become a massive race. So today you have Volvo, Mercedes-Benz, Nissan, other car makers which are introducing the driverless technology into the market. And you could already see some of it during the latest Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, where BMW and Audi introduced their own driverless technology. Audi stunned the public. They actually had their A7 autonomous concept car driving itself out on the stage and stopping just in front.
Yeah, I remember those pictures. They were very impressive.
They were extremely impressive.
And when can we expect to have those type of cars fully available on our roads?
The car manufacturers promise, including the Renault Nissan contract, they say that by 2020, in just under 6 years, the driverless cars, the self-driving cars, will be on the mass market. But it remains to see. There are so many obstacles seen still humanly, in terms of legislation, in terms of technology. So I would be more conscious than that.
All right, well, 6 years, we'll keep an eye on that. Thank you for that, Vlad. And we're going to move on now, because up next is Test 24. And this past weekend, the marathon invaded the streets of Paris, and our own Vladimir Smekov was there. How was it? Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. It was
fantastic. Are you exhausted?
I was exhausted at the end, but there were so many people and it was such fun. It was great. It was exhausting, but it was fun.
And the test this week is about is of the gadget that helped you cross the finish line. Tell us about this watch.
Well, this is a GPS watch. I'm going to show it to you and to the viewers from Garmin. It's called Phoenix 2. And this is the latest watch they got out on the market. And this is an incredible pack of the latest technology in GPS tracking, etc. So let's start with what kind of target public it aims at. It aims not only at runners, but also at athletes, also outdoor adventurers, and just amateurs of sport, or amateurs of nice watches too.
And what are some of the main features? Because, I mean, you already seem to be a big fan of the watch. Tell us about
I'm absolutely crazy about that watch.
Tell us about the features then.
You just pick up to do, pick up any sport you would like to do. It's really simple. Look at that. We're going to switch on the kind of workout you want to do. Do you want to do swim, bike, run, trail run, navigate to somewhere, hike, or mountaineer? Do you want to skiboard? Do you want to go on skiing holidays? It can also track and monitor and give you analysis of if you go skiing. It is incredible. So you can do pretty much any kind of sport, any kind of activity with it.
There's so many features there. Is it complicated to use, though?
It is. It is surprisingly simple user interface. Surprisingly simple. Look at that. I just had to put start stop. I'm just pushing the button start stop. I'm going to choose now the kind of activity I would like to do right away. So let's say it's running. It is going to locate the satellite. I don't know if it's going to work in the studio or not, but let's say it did locate it. All I have to do is, okay, let's say it did not, it did. I'm going to push the start and I can go running.
Off you go.
And
all right.
Off I go. Yes,
and,
absolutely.
Can you still run after all that workout that you did on Sunday?
You have
now,
to run. You have
bear
to
with
run.
us.
Yes.
Bear with us a little more. How resistant is? Because this is a very important feature in terms of those type of gadgets.
I can tell you that this watch is something special. It's both really well designed, so you can sport it. I actually got myself orange straps. They're not here, they're arriving. And it is extremely resistant. You can for outdoor, because it's made for outdoor adventures. So it is made, the casing is made of thermoplastic housing. So if you hit yourself against a mountain, if you hit yourself against a rock, it is still alive. And look at that.
Let me see if it's still like, yeah, well, it is.
It is absolutely alive. And just let's scratch it. There are no scratches. There is nothing. Can you see that? Because it's made of mineral glass. It's covered with mineral glass. So this watch will accompany you.
Waterproof as well?
Absolutely. You can take your bath with it if you want to. If you need to see how long time it takes you to monitor your
I don't know if I need
bath.
location in my bath. I think I'll be fine. Thanks for that, Vlad. That was great.
You're welcome.
So I mean, I don't even need to ask you if you would buy it, because I see that you already
I got it for myself, and I'm just disappointed about one feature in this watch.
It
cannot make me run any faster.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for that. And that's all we have time for. Thanks for tuning in for another edition of Tech 24.